Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Car Question. The Outlander PHEV has been around for a long time. I told you that, even more in other countries. It doesn't really show with the exterior styling. You saw that in our previous video, but now let's check inside. Yep, it's nearly similar as the other version of the Outlander, but still, let's go discover what's inside this week at Car Question. Let's open the door of that Outlander PHEV and you're gonna see that sober interior with a lot of black inside and the seat with nice stitches, little contrast of gray if you want. And those are kind of comfortable, but still there's only a little default. I will talk about that later. So black, chrome, even some piano black, but with some, I don't know, some shiny stuff inside, and you've got all the commands that are really simple, and you've got a lot of storage though in the door. The height is kind of high, you know, if you want to step in, you've got to really lift your legs though. And when you're going to be sitting in the driver position, you've got that little rocking chair movement about half an inch. It's really hard to show you on camera, but it's getting really annoying when you're going to step on it, do some acceleration. And let's press the power button to show you what's gonna happen when we turn on that vehicle out there. The screen, 7 inches, nice material, piano black accent, some chrome right there on the plastic, some vents that are looking like the 1990s though. And let's turn on the lights so you're gonna be able to see everything inside that vehicle. So let's get lower down there. This is gonna be all your collision warning system, lane departure warning, and you have to make sure that the tailgate is clear of path. You can open it. You've got the gas cap also, which is on that side. All the mirror comments over here, and this has been a long time since I saw that. This is a headlight adjustment for the height, so you can simply roll them down or make them higher as possible. Traction control is there, and this button right here is to change the menu in the center. So first thing that you're gonna remark is right there on the side, the indicator with the charge, eco, the power, and that needle is always moving. And when your vehicle is ready to move, as soon as it started, the thing that you see is the ready right there in green. So let's look at the menu. So you've got the trip A information, trip B, you've got all the range available with the battery only, 30 kilometers, and you've got the combine of the battery and the fuel, 408, parking, the battery level, the fuel level, the temperature outside, my fuel consumption, my EV driving that I get. So if it's a mix between 50-50 of fuel driving and EV driving, it will show there. Little graphic of where the power is going, and my eco score with the leaf, classical, the S-AWC logo, and you will see right there in the middle, as soon as you're gonna step on it, the repartition of the front to rear, but not side to side. I've seen the ads, it really shows side to side in the video, but really it's not really showing on that logo. So you've got the speed right there up to 200. Go for it if you want, but you're not gonna make it. So the paddle shift right here is gonna be for the brake force. You've got all the buttons necessary for the volume, the source, and you can simply raise the volume to rear and lower it. The voice command, the phone command, and the steering wheel is kind of nice. But as soon as you turn on the heat, you've got a lot here and not a lot there. So this is usually the regular driving position that I like. So it's right there on the middle, and my finger don't get really hot over time. Mitsubishi logo with some chrome, all the adjustment possible for the warning, or simply when you're going to engage the cruise control, the dynamic cruise control for the vehicle is going to be right there in front of you. So wiper commands all over here, the paddle for the regenerative brake system, and right here in the center is a 7-inch screen, which is kind of looking great. It's still showing its 1990 style in some kind of way, but it's not that bad. So all the radio feature, all the apps feature, you can also connect your phone to get Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, the setting, the phone setting, and the thing that I like in that system is the menu right here. So you've got the vehicle information, energy monitor, energy flow, eco information, and you've got your history information, fuel consumption, electric, and power. This is one of the most complete that you can get out there with all those features. And I'm going to press on once again, and I'm going to go into time air conditioning. I can add the heater, the cooler, the defroster. I even got some help with the menu out there. You've got the time charging that you can edit. So if electricity is cheaper during a certain period in your country, you can select that. And the cool feature that I like is the charging cost. You can analyze how much the electricity will cost you, and you can input the price. So around here in Quebec, it's around that when you go over 36 kilowatt hours. So it's gonna make the possibility for you to calculate how much a charge costs over time and to see if it's kind of okay for you to go with the EV vehicle, or you might want to stick with gas. But believe me, with the gas price so high, you will love that EV feature. Eco drive mode button way down here is going to have a little leaf right there in the middle, and this is really basic, you know, that look that you get with the 1990 style, you know, with all the control of the temperature. Dual zone though, that's not too bad. But as soon as you press on a button, it's still going to show in the screen. And guess what? When you go completely here at the end, you've got that logo, and it's going to show you exactly what's happening with the temperature, but you've got the same thing here. So why did they do that? I don't know. Talking about some retro stuff, the active trunk right there, the height, you can adjust it. You can change the active or off about the trunk right here, the heated steering wheel, the blind spot monitoring system, and the AC that you can enable. You've got 2 outlets out here, and they're really amazing because they're strong. It's 1,500 watts, and you can simply plug a TV for a tailgate, plug some tools, name it. You've got decent power right here inside. Cup holders, and let's talk about the keys. Look at that. This is a regular key of Mitsubishi, but right there on the side, you can simply turn off the timer feature, and you cannot turn it on though. There's no button on this side. So why only a turn off? I don't know. Still, this is really amazing that they made the Outlander PHEV mentioned on here with that kind of shifter. And by the way, when you want to enable drive, you push and you move it on the side and pull down. You put it into neutral, you hold that position, and you can press up to go into reverse. Want to go into brake mode? You need to be in drive, and you need to pull it back. And by the way, about the rear view camera, well, you've got 360-degree view, and you've got that okay resolution, but it's not really impressive. And by the way, this shifter reminds me of the movie Tron of the 1990. Do you remember that?
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Yup, a real classical, huh? So let's press into park. And by the way, I said press because yes, you're gonna move the shifter, but when it's time to move into park, it's not on the other side. You've got to move in front of the shifter and press that P button that you're gonna find there. Still, 2 other buttons that you have. You've got the save button, which is gonna save your electric power for later. And you've got the charge button, so let's say that you're doing a lot of highway, you just press on that, and the battery is going to charge over time as soon as you're going to roll. The twin motor 4-wheel drive lock, which is going to lock power between the front and the rear axle, but not side to side. Remember, diagonal test is coming soon, huh? EV drive button, which is going to save your fuel and mainly roll on EV power if there's anything left. So electric brakes, heated seat that are looking like the 1990s. Yep, 2001 in my old Subaru also. The glove box, kind of cool with some feature right there on the top. So dual section, you've got great visibility up in front, and you've got all the HomeLink feature right there on the mirror. The compass is right here also, and you've got the possibility to open the roof. Old school halogen lights though, and same thing in the sun visor. This is kind of deceiving me. So the opening of the sunroof is kind of small though. And by the way, 710 watts of power, Rockford Fosgate. You're gonna see in the back, you've got a nice subwoofer. So let's open right here on the side. Before we go in the back, great opening, but be careful though with that little parts right here, you might hit yourself. So 60-40 seat, and you've got an armrest right there in the center. And talking about those outlets, this is one in the center right here. So this is decent passenger space in the rear for your passenger out there. Not too bad. And by the way, you can recline those seats if you want to get the better position for your passenger. If you want to get some more space, you pull the one over here. And by the way, listen to this song. There you go, pop goes the weasel, huh? Really funny. So we're gonna pull that back. And there you go, flat folded floor. Not too bad though for the space in the rear. Let's go check that out. And I can hear the trunk opening, and I can hear the fan working right now with our Outlander. We're gonna check that up front a little bit later though. So decent trunk space, look at that. And you've got also right there some cup holders, some storage right there on the side, some cargo cover, and the outlet that I was talking to you about. Some cup holders for your party outside with the TV, and when you lift that section, so the jack is right there with a tire repair kit. There's a big subwoofer to give you some bass. Not too bad. So let's press close right here and let's go check the hood. And yes, it's running. Oop, there you go. Kind of heavy though. So you can hear the fan right now, and yes, those little bubbles here are working because the vehicle is turned on. So you've got your electric motor on one side, your 2.0 liter engine on this side, the washer fluid, and there's the oil that you can check, and you've got that oil cap which is way down there, so you need an accessory to pour the oil in. And wow, there's some major sound. We're feeling like in a spaceship right now. And look at that connector, how, I don't know it's gonna hold on time, but I sure hope so. And there you go, some electrical tape and some little wires that might need a little bit more protection though. So air filter is right there on top, easily accessible. And remember, this gas engine doesn't make a lot of power though, but still you've got some EV range that you can use electricity power. Otherwise, the interior is sober, but not that bad. So, did you see the resemblance between a regular Outlander and this one? Yep, it's pretty similar. It's when you sit inside that you can see that this vehicle has kind of aged a little bit. Even though Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, that's fine. A good Rockford Fosgate sound system, why not? But remember guys, a new version is just around the corner, so expect a newly redesigned interior really soon with the Outlander PHEV. But anyway, I want to know what you think guys of that interior. Feel free to comment in the section down there below. Do a thumbs up because you like that video, and subscribe to Car Question because next we're gonna have the road handling and the specification about this vehicle, and believe me, there's a lot to know about this Outlander PHEV. Take care.